Hello, everyone. Welcome to December 19 call. And we'll discuss the issues that we have been facing regarding DevNet 1, long running DevNet 1, and our progress for DevNet 2 spec, and then any other issues that come up. And we'll start. It's, so let's start with the updates regarding long running DevNet 1. And Kai isn't here, right?
No.
Okay, Partha, so why don't you take it and go over what's have been happening, and if anyone knows Kai's update, they can probably chip in because he was working on resolving some of the issues.
Yeah. So I can go. We started the long-running DevNet last week on Friday, and it was up and running well until early hours of Sunday when, there have been several crashes. Zeam crashed with an out-of-memory error. So did Clean. Narrowed down where the issue might be with Zeam, but when I was about to test that out on Monday, it resulted in another issue became evident where Zeam couldn't pair with any of the other things. There were two issues that caused this. I believe one was a PR that was merged, which was causing the gossip or peering to crash, and the other, I believe, request response. Requesting status from other nodes weren't working, which I believe Kai has already addressed right now. And there was also a rogue instance of Zeam running from one of the previous tests on a new machine, which I had forgotten to turn it off. So we had two Zeam instances with the same peer ID, so peering did not happen. And once that was resolved and Kai sent me his fix branch, we tested that out. And now peering is stable, but I don't see justifications anymore. I don't know what caused that issue. So that requires a separate investigation by itself. On the out of memory error, I have a working version. I'll test that out against by branching out of Kai's latest fix, and then I will run some local test before I submit it for PR. But
So let's
that
go
is
issue by issue. The first issue that you mentioned was the PR was that was causing the disconnect. Are you talking about the permissive anonymous thing that
I believe so, because that was, I don't know whether
I
that
thought
was
you
causing
were
the disconnect.
I thought you were working on DevNet 1 image, which did not have that commit.
So this is where I am confused. The DevNet one image that we had wasn't working well when we restarted the containers on Monday morning, and I don't know why that was the case. But now the only version that peers successfully with every other uh, client is Kai's latest fix. Without I believe it was. It had
Guy's
pointed
latest
out the
fix
status.
seems like he commented the status request
Status
response.
call, yeah. That is the only one that seems to be working.
But
Yes, yes. With my branch, uh, one one commit is for commit out the state request. Another is upgrade Rust libp version.
so I mean, so you are saying that without upgrading P2P version and commenting status request, the peering works.
Yes. That's the test result. Yeah,
But
uh,
why is there no issue on the local? I mean, on the local things keep on running. So
yeah. So I already created another issue to continue track this.
I mean, so why would status request work fine and not cause disconnect on local and cause that on multi-node instance? I mean, it's
Um,
still
so yeah, so right now, Qlin and the Ream seems not handle the state request. Only Lantern can handle this request. So we will get a error response for the request, but on the local environment, we don't have disconnect issue. But on the
so. I mean,
Ansible
even if the
test,
status call is not working, we should not anyway disconnect. So why are we still disconnecting? Even if the call doesn't work, we should not disconnect, right?
yeah. So actually, we don't find the root cause why it's happened on the Ansible test, but not on the local test.
Understood. And maybe it's because is there some firewall between these nodes that is sort of configured? Maybe in the local status calls are working, because I don't see any status call failing error in the local. So is this some firewall issue? And apart from the fact that even if there is a firewall issue that these requests can't be completed, there should not be a disconnect.
Yeah, I'm not aware if there's any firewall installed on the server. I need to check, but last I checked, there wasn't any. But I agree. I mean, if it fails on the remote server, we don't see the same thing on local. It really doesn't make sense to me. But we haven't been able to isolate or find the root cause of that error still.
Partha, you had your own Ansible setup as well. Can you try it on that where you had remote Ansible nodes?
Yeah, I'll probably. I mean, those servers have now been shut down, but I'll try it on my own account and see if it works across multiple machines now.
Okay. Mercy, have you tested your PR with the Ream that removed the validation?
Yes, it's working.
Have you tested using Lean Quick Start?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just merge in that PR then. 1 second. Yeah, Mercy, go on.
Okay. I was working on an issue when Zeam fails to validate its own attestation. So the approach I used, I asked Kai to take a look at it, and he was saying it's complex. But the reason why I did it was because of in our current architecture, we store signatures in fixed size buffers without the specific length tracking. So we kind of like need to recover the real SSD length from the padded buffer to avoid the trailing zero pattern that we are having. So I had to like implement get actual size signature length to detect and strip out any trailing zero pattern to. So now actual length is passed to hash sync verify SSE instead of the full padded length. I wanted to ask if this is okay, or do we need to like restructure the logic itself?
What is this issue regarding? I don't even know that. What is this particular thing that you're talking about?
It's the issue that we identified yesterday, Gajendra, the verification where Zeam is not able to validate its own signatures when it receives them through the gossip stuff.
Okay, so why can't it validate? Say that again.
I believe Mercy says that the signature length, we are setting it up as a fixed length signature. So when we pass it to verification, it fails. So we need to probably enable it to be variable as enforced by the spec.
It is not a variable. XMS signature is fixed length signature. Why is XMS signature variable? I don't understand that bit.
Yeah,
Mercy?
the number be constant. It is different for different config, and that's why we pad it in case of test config. But in prod config, it should be 3112.
So why? I mean, again, I don't see that error in
Was it
local.
because of that rogue Zeam node that was running?
No.
It might.
We still see the same issue. Now we don't have a rogue Zeam node, but we still see these errors in the logs where Zeam is unable to verify its own signature that it receives. But everything else seems to be working. I'm not sure if this is what is causing the what do you say, the justification and finalization issue that's present right now in the DevNet. But we see these error for every slot attestation.
No, my question is that Zeam to Zeam Beam, that thing is working. Beam command is working. Beam integration test is working. So how is it working then?
I think question.
But maybe other clients also reject Zeam's attestations.
Yep.
I guess we need to check. Maybe we even gossip, I don't know, wrong length or.
If you're asking about why our own local test is passing, in our local test, the pattern doesn't actually like need to surface. The pattern issue doesn't need to surface. It's when it's actually like doing the real verification that you get to see it. Because when I did the test locally, it passed. But when I tried to like run it for it to do real time verification, that's when I get the error pattern pointed out.
No, but even then, we basically, and why is it not happening on the Beam sim? Because our integration sims are working and they are finalizing and justifying. So that means that they are accepting each other's signatures and obviously their own signature as well. But those are real signatures, right? So those are generated using the production libraries, I think.
Yeah,
Right, Chaitanya?
Vijay, in Beam Sync, are we gossiping these signatures across the network as well? I'm not sure if
I think we are we running sim in the mode in our mock network, or are we running the sim in libp2p? Because you can do it both ways.
Okay.
But even then, it doesn't matter. I mean, so because the network only serializes and deserializes it, right? So it's even before, it's about consuming your own signature, and there is no serialization, deserialization happening on that end.
Yeah,
Even
when
if
you
you
generate,
even if you
sorry.
run Zeam, so for example, if you basically use the commit that is integrated in the Zeam repo for lean quick start, which is basically running two Zeam nodes together. So even then, I didn't see this particular issue, and I'm basically sort of confused. Where is this issue coming from? So one of the things we can do is basically we can do a new release. Maybe underlying libraries we did not. I'm not sure why it would affect the image, because image is anyway fixed and bundled. But yeah, I don't want to do debugging on some old commit. So I have merged Mercy's PR for removing the validation on gossip signatures. And so now I think we should try running it with the new Docker image and see if we can, if we are still facing the issues. If we are still facing the issues and the status request issues still coming, then I will merge the Kai's PR to also comment out the status request. So basically, we should do this testing, and then if still we should do the testing with the anonymous P2P
Hmm.
gossip sub, and then if status issue is still coming right now because devnet one image, I don't know what was the commit and what was in it. So if its status issue is still coming, then we comment out Kai's PR and get at least things working for now while we debug this further.
Okay, so but you're looking to release the latest fix that Mercy sent through and release it as Zeam latest Docker image, and you want me to test the using that via Lean Quick Start.
I mean, why don't you just build a Docker image and test it out using that, and maybe push it to your own Docker hub, or Nupur can do it without basically us releasing it, or we can also release it. I just want to verify that everything is working fine.
Okay, yeah, that I can do. I mean, that's how I verified Kai's version was working. But I wanted to know from which you want me to build it out of the main branch of Zeam once you've merged Mercy's PR. Is my understanding correct?
I have merged versus PR, yeah. So just build it
Okay.
out from the main, and if that is an issue, then let's merge the P2P version upgrade PR. I don't see that PR guy, so maybe you can put it up. And then if it doesn't work, then let's comment out the status call.
Okay.
Basically, go about this. And
Sure.
I mean, you should also not see the attestation verification error because it is weird that why it's happening.
Okay.
Right. Anyone else has updates regarding DevNet 1, long-running DevNet 1? Yep. Gotcha.
So the current status I see about other clients, so they are going well, finalizing, justifying, and finalizing. So for other three clients, it works good.
And we also have Lighthouse in the mix. So Partha, have we merged?
No, I haven't merged. I
Lighthouse PR?
approved the PR. It was good. I approved it. I've not merged. I was waiting for my fix to be merged. Now that it is, I'll merge that as well and take it from.
Yeah, my
Got
setup
it.
is ready for Lighthouse, but I'm not sure if they have metrics or not.
No, what Manas said is they don't have metrics yet. He
Mhm.
hopes to have that ready next in the next release.
Okay. And question from me, is it possible to add these metrics which will show like connection, disconnection events, how many connected peers do we have now? Is it possible on our site to build these metrics? Technically, I mean.
Yeah, it should be possible. Mercy, can you pick that up and implement that?
Because that would be helpful to monitor like when we lose disconnection, when we disconnect and connect. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Okay, so let's move to Chaitanya's update.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Good evening. So, since yesterday, I started working on implementing the Poseidon hasher for SSG. Uh, I have tested out a few good things first. So, what I decided upon was to use a field width of 24 instead of 16. So, what we could do is take the same idea from our last meeting about having legs of 16 bits. Instead of 16, we go for 24, which is again anyway very much within the field values for koala bear. and that is the core change. But what this allows us, instead of having 32 legs, if we do 16-bit legging for 64 bytes input that we get in SSE, we can get it done within 21 full leggings, and the partial remaining one we can pad it, and the rest, since we are doing 24, we can just add two empty zero data essentially. And what this allows us to have some, like what it seems like it is injective encoding. I did some messing around with it, a lot of AI based research. So from what I can see, and I also tested it with Plonky. I wrote a very basic implementation last night, and also did the same operations within the base Plonky 3 implementation that we have. And good thing is that the output of both of the SSGE naive implementation I did and Plonky is matching. So seems that this should be good. I'll work on this again tonight, probably get it done so that people can review it. Meanwhile, I'll do some comprehensive testing that we have for SHA-based hash roots using Plonky, but others can have a look in the meanwhile. So probably by tomorrow, you can all have a look at it. And apart from it, I just put out a lean multi-sig bindings PR, very basic. It exposes all the prover setup, the verifier setup, as well as signature verification FFIs. And also did the fourth choice visualization PR this week. And these are my updates for this week.
So for the SSD hasher, Poseidon hasher, uh, s- so when you say the bit is 24, that means 24 leggings are getting used instead of 16. But
Yes,
the
yes.
field element size is same of 30-bit, right?
The field, yes, the field is always koala bear. Whether we work with the, we change the width, the field is always going to be limited by what we call P, which is 2 to the 31 minus 2 to the 24 plus 1. And what field does is just it gives us more room to work around within each permutation. So if we went with 16-bit, the idea would be the same. But since we get 32 leggings and we can only do 16 field element at once, we would need to do it twice, and the output of those two would need it to be permutated on top again. This would not only increase the compute but also the complexity. Since we discussed in last meeting, we want to have a good quick implementation right now. So that was the first thing. And even though 24 Partha, please correct me if I'm wrong, 24 field width might be a bit higher in compute complexity than 16, but the number of operations are reduced to just one from three. So we also have that advantage.
So 32 bytes of input, it is getting chunked how?
So 32, so we're taking the SSG 64, the whole, not even two chunks right now. So, but we do chunking over in SHA. So we're just creating 21 leggings. So if it's 32, we will just create 24. So how much would that be? 32 into 8 is 256, and we get that. So that gives us 10 full leggings, and the remaining one we can pad it.
So so
But since we
basically
can work with
the
20,
space,
yeah,
the field element for the space that we are using is just 11 bits, 10 bits.
the field element where you, sorry, come again, please. I didn't catch that.
So we are mapping it into field elements, right? So we are saying that we are creating
Yes,
11 field elements out of it, right? This is which you feed to as the leggings, right?
yes.
And
What I tried was
if you
just
divide up,
exactly
if you
taking,
divide up 32 bytes, so basically it's like 11.
yep,
It's like
10 complete leggings plus one parcel.
okay, all right. So and the rest are zero leggings.
The rest are zero.
Got it.
But what I'm doing right now is just taking 64 input directly and working on that. So that gives us 21 complete leggings, one parcel, and then the two are zero, the remaining for 24.
And so the input is mapped into how many bit of field space? Into the entire 30-bit space?
Uh, Sorry, what 30 bits?
So when you're taking the input, how you are chunking it into a lagging field element? So is that entire space, or you are basically constraining and saying that, okay, I'm only
We are
taking,
constraining it to, yeah, 24. We are constraining to 24 bits.
okay, to 24 bits. Got it.
Yep. So 3 bytes, we make it one leg.
Understood. Got it. Yeah, so let's complete it. I think 24 is still better than our earlier approach of dividing it into two 16-bit space elements. So yeah, so this is good. Okay, let's complete it up. Regarding the folk choice visualization, uh, did
Mhm.
you address the comments that I added over there? I didn't go through it,
I
but
think I
I
did.
added few comments.
I remember I did. Maybe let me see because there are no updates. Maybe I forgot to push. I'll get it out right now.
Okay. Anything else? So these are two things you were working on?
Just today I also worked on the bindings PR. I just created it right before the meet. So the Rust bindings for lean multisig.
But you said that that is not required as of now.
Yes, so I contacted Anshul again. So as a basically basically being prepared kind of thing, I added 4 of the signet functions. So the setup of prover, verifier. So that is what I have added already because I talked with Anshul. So it's for being forward prepared.
So we won't need VM bindings explicitly. We'll just need the aggregation, verification, and the setup APIs, and they internally call the lean VM Rust code. So we don't need these Python bindings for lean VM directly. We can just create the bindings for the aggregation APIs, and that's what I told them. So those are like just 4 basic functions.
And
Two
the
of
aggregation APIs are in lean multisig.
Yep,
Got it.
and they
So
internally
we are so and it will direct and we don't need to switch XMSS implementation.
correct because Emile has like created like a new branch DevNet 2, and I was working on that, but they had like used prod signatures, so I couldn't like I had tried verifying it in the Python bindings, Python specs using bindings that I had created, but even to verify even to aggregate a single signature is it was taking. So it never completed. I waited for around 20 minutes. It never completed, so I aborted it. I tried updating the parameters there, but then like the guest program wasn't working well. I tried working with AI to like resolve it, tried a couple of things on my end as well, but eventually like I had to ask Emile to work towards it. uh I think it is taking some time on his part as well, or maybe he's busy with some other things, but he told me that he'll be rolling out a new update with a test flag on Rust multisig, so on lean multisig. So I'm waiting for him to raise that.
So the bindings that Chetan is working on is in Python or it is for Zeam?
It is for Zeam. So he has created a PR. I'll review it. So what he has done is that in lean multisig repo, there are like 4 APIs which are there for setting up the prover verifier and for actually aggregating and verifying the aggregated signatures. So these are like the four APIs that we'll be needing to integrate the to basically aggregate the signatures that we have. And he has already raised the PR. I'll review it. And he has directly raised it, directly use the Python code, the Rust code, not the Python code.
Got it. And for your integration PR, you don't you are doing your own bindings.
Yeah, I'm doing my own bindings. I have those bindings, but I didn't push them because I wasn't able to verify them. Although like they're pretty standard, straightforward, but I can. I am just waiting for Email to push an update, and then I can verify and update my PR as well. I had like gone through the comment that you had added on my second PR yesterday, uh, and like most of it makes sense. I'll update the PR. I was just thinking that I am yet to go through the other commit that you had made. I'll go over through it today and will ask you if I have any doubts as such. But mostly like my second PR is also done, but it's mostly that I need to verify that everything is working well.
But if you haven't gone through my second commit, how is your second PR done?
No, yeah, I'll do that. So, it has like changes around on block on attestation section. I'll make an update today. But like I had gone through the comment that you had posted, so I'll address it today. It's like it will not take much time. Those are like small changes.
Yeah,
Anyways, like I'll
then
have.
yeah, then please push them so that I can review them and
Mhm.
sort of we can then say ask Toma to review that, right? So
Mm. I didn't do it on priority because I thought like it will take some time that we won't be able to merge it before we have like the updated DevNet 2 branch. But I'll do it today and we can ask Toma to review it.
yeah, I mean it's not just about Toma. I just also want to look at how things are going and to basically see if we are missing anything or add anything. So if you can
Hmm.
sort of complete out the current thing that is out there, I think that would be
Okay.
great.
Yeah, I'll do that today. Also,
All right.
on other things that I was working on, so my PR1 got merged, which was regarding the container updates. It got merged around Sunday or Monday. And like there were a few PRs that I reviewed. Apart from that, I don't think I had anything on my plate as well. So there's block syncing PR that you had reviewed. I had addressed those comments. Maybe you can take a look again.
Yeah, I generally got dragged into this DevNet 1 debugging, but yes, we need to have the block syncing as well because I also flagged one issue regarding block syncing error, which I saw that a peer requested the block that will
Hmm.
build uh, on top of a parent. So they requested the parent, and then in the request response we logged that we don't have that block. So I think I posted that in the channel itself.
Yeah. I thought you didn't merge it because you didn't wanted more moving pieces for DevNet 1 because there are a lot of issues that we are already encountering, and if you merge this, then there will be like another moving piece, but uh, maybe it will help us improve a bit on the syncing side.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense to merge it later on. So
Yeah.
let's first clean up the issues that we are having on DevNet 1.
Hmm. Okay.
So until your update is done, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's move to Kai.
Uh, this week, first I investigate the disconnect issue with Asha, and today I'm looking at another issue which block by root cannot found the block. Yeah. I submit one PR. So I'm not sure if it's correct. So maybe you can take a look at it. And
Did you submit the PR for block by root?
yes. And I'm also start working on the implement the new spike which developed by the Asia. Yeah, but it's not finished.
Got it. I'm a bit sort of uncomfortable that we haven't found the root cause for the disconnects and the issues, but yeah, let's try to first run the latest code and see if we are having issues on that, and then try to debug it on the latest code.
Yeah,
So
yes.
sorry, Kai. I was just saying,
Oh.
Gajendra, that based on the log shared by Katya, it appears that the SSC serialization on Zeam is incorrect. So we may need to verify using Mercy's PR as well. So all the other clients are also not able to verify attestations from Zeam.
So is this on the latest main?
I don't think it's on the latest main. I think it is from the DevNet one image that we've been using. I will test it as we agreed with the latest main, and if it
So
fails there
DevNet
as
one
well.
does not old image does not have SSZ, I think.
No, we did use SSZ for DevNet one image because otherwise the container wouldn't have even started because the primary, the what do you say, the secret keys and public keys were SSZ serialized.
I think we have both of the keys generated, but maybe, okay, in Ansible, you were only syncing SSZ keys.
Yeah. So as agreed, I will first test with the latest main branch code to see if the issue persists of signature verification. Otherwise, I'll then switch over to Mercy's branch and test from there.
Got it. Because, I mean, when I tested Zeam and Dream in local, which I did because I tested Zeam and Zeam as well. So they were able to consume each other's signatures. So I don't know, using lean
Was
quick
this
start on local.
when we started DevNet one
Which
testing?
which I did using the latest main code. So I'm
Oh, I
not
see.
aware of
Okay.
what happened with the DevNet one
Okay.
image. So yeah, let's first get the image issue removed so
Yeah.
that we can have a consistent view of what the issues are coming. Yeah, that's what I thought. DevNet one does not have SSZ, but I'm not sure, Partha, how you are doing that. And maybe this is one of the issues that could have been introduced because other clients might have released the same image with SSD changes, and post that suddenly things broke on the network
Yeah,
regarding.
possible. It's quite possible. So I will retest with the latest main branch, and then if we don't see the verification issue, then we can take it from there. What does the next go for?
Yeah, Marcia.
Okay, I want to ask, can we also update hash sync? Because I noticed Thomas he had some update on it so that we can get the latest changes in the CLI.
Yeah.
Should I do that?
What are the updates over there?
There was some PRs that was matched. So I was thinking if we need it.
But that might break the existing DevNet one code, right? Because I believe HashSig or rather the plan was to switch over to the lean multi-sigs version of XMSS. So maybe the hashsig CLI that you have should refer to lean multisig XMSS for DevNet 2 instead of lean sig crate.
No, so we have like they have updated a branch. They have updated the code, and we won't require to switch to the new signing scheme. We can continue using the lean multisig. Lean sig.
Oh, is it?
We don't have to switch to lean multisig.
So, but I'm not sure if hashsig CLI refers to that particular branch specific dependency on the. If it isn't, we should probably update that. I don't know. I haven't looked at hashsig CLI.
So the changes I think that are not in the image of #6 CLI are the validator based naming format, right? That is the only change I can see in the commit. Oh, there is also binary SSD binary key export, but the image already generates. So we have
Yes,
released image for that, right, Nupur?
Yeah.
So yeah, we can do an image release. I don't think it breaks anything. It only adds that distributed computing image, distributed key computing, which is anyway we might need for Ansible next step. So let's release let's release the #6 CLI. Cool. Mercy, your update.
Okay. This week I was working on the node registry PR and also trying to investigate the error we're having in invalid signature. But I think it will be on hold till maybe Pata pulls the latest changes and see if it persists. If it persists, then I will like you to look into the PR also, because I tried to like make the patterns work so that we can get the real length for the SSD.
All right. And can you quickly PR the new metrics that Katya wants us regarding peering, I think?
Yes, I'll do that.
All right. Thank you, Nupur.
So, hi. This week, the folk choice metrics got merged, and other than some occasional testing, I wasn't involved in. I wasn't involved in much.
Got it. My update is that I have been looking into PR for DevNet 2 and also looking into DevNet 1 debuggings and reviewing the PRs. So that sort of wraps up the updates. Also, DevNet 1 and DevNet 2 issues. So there is another DevNet. There is another issue that I raised. Anshul, you wanted to do that. What was that exact issue?
Yeah, so we don't do justifications pruning. So I wanted to confirm like what's the exact requirement, but what I understood was that we weren't removing the justifications from the map of the state map. And once like there are a few justifications that have so few validator justifications that are now no more required for future justifications, or like there are some justifications that are way behind the current block. In that case, we can remove that because it will increase the size of the hash map, and we do like a naive iteration over the pending justifications and other maps. So every time, so it might be the case that we are going over through a huge map after processing a few thousand blocks.
Yeah, so this is like the state gets exploded because we don't prune justifications from it for so basically, you know, when we construct a justification map, it assumes that we are serializing the justifications for every block since the genesis, and we don't we don't want to do that. We only want to store justification map for basically, I think, uh, for at least only after finalization. We don't want any other justifications, any other blocks to be recorded in the justification map for state serialization. And so what is to be done is basically we use finalized as the pivot point to prune out the map and say that justifications that are stored uh, in the state justifications are starting from the block after finalization, right? So, or maybe starting from the block, from the finalized block. I think let's keep the finalized block as the pivot point, so that we don't, so that our state doesn't keep on growing if, for example, finalization keeps on happening. So
Correct.
as long as the finalization is happening, we are basically pruning out that map. So so question is, before I hand it over to Anchal, is there anyone else want to do it? Because one thing is to do the spec, and the second thing would be to implement in the Zeam.
I think that is the cause for the OAM out of memory error that we saw in Zeam as well. I was actually looking into applying a fix for that, but I couldn't really test it because I ran into the peering issues. So I'm happy to address that issue in my PR, but if Anshul wants to pick it up, feel free to do so.
So this is a spec thing, right? So even though Zeam might have OEM early, eventually everybody would OEM, because we
Okay.
don't OEM. So there are two issues. One is to prune the states that we keep, right? So prune the states, the states before the finalized that we keep in our chain. So that is
Right.
one thing. And then the second thing that we are talking about is pruning the state when the finalization happens. So that so there is justifications in state which keeps on growing, because each blocks adds basically the number of validators entries into it. So it is a
Mhm.
bitmap. It grows slowly, but it does grow, and we would like to prune it. So there are two separate issues. I think what you want to handle is pruning out the chain states that we have when finalization happens, and as well as the fork choice, right? So that is not a spec related issue, but it is a client related issue. So that is what you want to handle.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So the issue that was
I
assigned
can
to Nupur was, you can basically take up for that, and Anshul, you can take up the state pruning for the spec as well as for
Yeah.
Zeam. I guess then we can assign the Zeam implementation to someone else also if you do the
Hmm.
spec.
Okay. Apart from that, this is something that I mentioned in Kai's PR today, that even in like the pending request, we don't TTL expire it. Maybe we should add it because we are pruning the pending request map in case the request is successful or we receive an error. But in cases that we are not receiving back any response, in that case it stays there. So I didn't go through the code thoroughly, but it might be possible that they are uh, that the map isn't pruned properly and it grows exponentially in size, and that's also when we can face OOM errors on the client side.
Right. So yeah, so let's create the issues for that. So there are three issues at least. One is work choice and the state pruning. Second issue is uh, the spec state and then its Zeam implementation pruning. And the third issue is RPC pruning, right? So let Nupur please. So we have, I think, one issue already for chain pruning and fork choice pruning. So just create other two issues so that we can track them. But yeah, for RPC pruning, we can basically assign that issue to Kai once he's sort of he can pick that up once he's done with his debugging and other issues, or he can pick it up while those things are still being figured out. So we leave it to Kai to however he wants to schedule it. All right, Nubur. Okay, cool. Kate, do you want to add anything on top of what's going on?
So this previous week, I just set up all I need for monitoring. So all the Prometheus node exporters and set up Grafana dashboard. Now I can see all the clients. Whenever Lighthouse will be ready with the metrics, I'll join Lighthouse. So currently ready for monitoring. Well, as soon as you update, like upload new image for Zeam, yes, I'm ready to check how is it going on the metrics side. So my next step is just to monitor and to add new necessary metrics, which will make the things easier, like peer connection, etc., network bandwidth. So this is what I'm going to work on. That's it.
Got it. All right, cool. Yeah, let's keep pushing and let's let's make sure that we can have a good long-running DevNet 1 and bring home the DevNet 2 as well in the next couple of weeks. Cool. All right. So this brings us to the end of the call. Regarding next call, I think we can forego next call on 26th of December. It is the next day after Christmas, so we can forego that, and people can enjoy the holidays. But on 2nd January, we will be back. So whatever partying you have to do it on 31st and be ready on the 2nd. Cool. So happy holiday, guys, and we see you on 2nd.
Thanks. Happy
Happy
New Year,
holidays.
everyone, and Merry Christmas as well. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, again, bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye bye, everyone.